come in and they're gonna see Flash for the first time. So sometimes that's really emotional and we try to capture that. So we're gonna get started. Again, we're live here at Ocoee Riverside Farm. We're located halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. We have over 125 animals and it's awesome. It's such a cool place to come. And we have lodging too. We have sloths, zebras, kangaroos, right on the banks of the Ocoee River. It's just a lot to do, guys. So we're getting ready to get started. We're gonna end up feeding Flash some breakfast this morning. Sloths have horrible eyesight when they look. It's like this. So they rely on their sense of smell and their sense of hearing. And so he's gonna be a hungry boy this morning. And we just painted the mural. We got done by T Barista. She's really cool. She's out of North Georgia. She painted all of this amazing mural for us. So we're still looking on something to put up over the light. So if anybody has any good ideas, definitely.
They don't like you to pet their fur the wrong way, just slow like a sloth and just pet them. So Flash is obviously a sloth. Flash is a two-fingered sloth. Traditionally they're called two-toed, three-toed. They're starting to come my hair and just don't stick your fingers inside of his mouth. That's the whole caution. And you'd be surprised how many people you will see try to shove the food down his throat. And I'm like, what are you doing?
It's not very good at taking my own food here.
Yeah. So the benefit to the sloth is that as he grooms himself, he licks up a certain amount of the moths themselves. That's a small amount of protein for him. And he licks up a certain amount of the waste of the moths. And that is how he replenishes his gut bacteria. So it is a proven fact that if a sloth's moth colony dies out, the sloth will die 30 days later of starvation because it cannot replace its gut bacteria without the moths. Now, what kills his bacteria colony is cold temperature, and the sloth's energy budget is so low that it cannot maintain its body temperature. It is a warm-blooded animal, but its core body temperature will track the outside air temperature in the rainforest. So his nighttime core body temperature can be 19 degrees Fahrenheit lower than his daytime core body temperature. Cold weather is what kills his bacteria, and why he doesn't need moths here is he gets his initial bacteria colony from his mother, and his bacteria colony will last throughout his life unless he gets cold. We don't ever let the sloth get cold. That's why it's so doggone hot in here. This whole area of the barn is always 80 degrees temperature and 50% relative humidity. So he never gets cold, he never gets dried out. So he doesn't need the gut bacteria the way that a wild sloth does. The sloth also, some other things about a sloth, part of what helps him survive when he falls great distances are the way that he is put together. So he has 46 ribs, 23 sets of ribs, so that's more than any other mammal because he's long and like a slinky. And then beyond that, he has connective tissue that go all back and forth in between his organs and his ribs. So for us as humans, our guts are just sitting in our pelvis, upper bounded by our diaphragm, and they're just loose in there. So if we stand on our head for a long time or hang in those upside down boots for a really long time, eventually we'll get short of breath because it'll be putting pressure on our diaphragm. He can be, horizontally upside down like this, vertically upside down like that. He could be right side up. He could be laying in any position. So he has to have his guts held in place so that they don't just slosh around in there when he moves every which way. So I personally think that probably that gives him a lot of shock absorption when he falls and wham on the floor. His stuff doesn't just all slam together, I guess. But they commonly fall 100 feet without being injured. We mentioned earlier that the sloth has horrible vision. The sloth in this level of light is seeing only shapes and shadows. In daylight, and that's why the lights are dim in here. In daylight, he's completely blind. At nighttime, his vision is but it's never good.
Hey guys, if you're just joining us, this is Flash. He's a two-fingered sloth. We actually have 3 sloths here at Ocoee Riverside Farm. We just finished up with the sloth counter. That's where you got to see people interact with Flash and feed him his breakfast and learn about a lot of new stuff. Next up, we'll be doing this again, and then we'll also be doing some cuddles with Zoe, which will be just through this door. We're located in Benton, Tennessee, halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville, right on the banks of the Ocoee River, and it's beautiful. We have covered wagons right on the bank so you can see the river, look out the back window and see the zebras and the camels and the emus, the llamas and the alpacas. So Ocoee Riverside Farm is a great place to come and hang out. We are right here in Benton, Tennessee on the banks of the Ocoee, and you can come and create memories forever. It's a really awesome place to come visit. We do horse rides here. We have camels, llamas, alpacas, goats, sheep. We have Scottish Highland cows, and we just had 2 brand new baby Scottish Highland cows born here on the farm. So we have Lily, and I'm not sure of the name of the new one yet, but they're super adorable, and you're gonna be able to come here and bottle feed to more of those animals. And we're gonna be doing pictures with all of them too. So if you guys are enjoying all this, you can book anything on our website, OcoeeRiversideFarm.com. And we also just have a lot of merch that we just put up too, and that's on our other website, Ocoee Riverside Farm, myshopify.com. So hope everybody's having a great day. I know it's kind of chilly out there. Some people might be off at work, but I hope you're staying warm and hope you had a great weekend. We should be getting started with the next encounter here in just a minute, guys. Thanks. What do sloths normally eat? So sloths normally eat green beans, squash, zucchini. So Flash is getting ready to get fed that again. He's such a good boy. And so this is just where we feed him. His main enclosure is here behind this door, and it's 2 stories and it goes all the way up. And you can actually have Flash for a roommate if you're staying in the camel condo, which is right upstairs. We're really liking the new painting a lot better. We might do something different with these windows. I'm not sure. So I know a lot of people see the sloths, and sloths are definitely a huge reason to come here, but we also, you can bottle feed baby kangaroos, and the farm tour is really cool because we have sulcata tortoises, and they're huge. The sulcata tortoises are like this big around, and we have 2 of them, Franklin and Fiona. Lots of really awesome stuff, guys. The Ocoee River is where they held the 1996 Olympics, so there's plenty of rafting, and kayaking, and paddleboarding. That's what you guys like to do. Flash, you wanna come over here, buddy? Hey, Flash. Flash is like, I'm ready for some more breakfast. Yeah, when she hears the noises sometimes, she gets scared.
Yeah. Just remember, she likes everything to be slow. She likes it all to be slow. There you go, and then you can just pet her like that. But she likes to only be petted slow and only this direction. So if you want to take your hand and just pet her like this very slowly. A lot of animals and a lot of people like things to be slow, and she really, really likes it to be slow. She doesn't want you to go that way. She wants you to just pet her this way. Just put your knees together a little bit there so she doesn't fall down. There we are. Let's just pick your hand up and then pet her down. Now, oh, there you go. Good job. You getting pictures?
And oh, look, I don't know how to do this.
There you go.
I was born in 1943.
There you go.
You're
Oh
right.
yeah,
you
take
don't-
the thing off.
Oh,
You
yeah.
gotta take the case.
There we go.
Okay.
Good
Rub it.
job, Eli. Eli, why don't you give her a little piece of food right here? Would you like to give this holding her?
You finished eating? You finished eating?
Yes.
All right. Did you like holding us?